Hello and welcome. Our world, this extraordinary planet, is not just a tapestry of living wonders, but also a library of ancient stories etched into stone and buried beneath the sands of time. Today we embark on a journey not across continents, but back through the ages themselves. We will be counting down 10 of the most profound archaeological discoveries ever unearthed. Our journey begins in the sands of Egypt, not with gold or jewels, but with a slab of dark granitic rock. Discovered in 1799 by French soldiers, this was the Rosetta Stone. On its surface, a single decree was inscribed not once but 3 times in 3 different scripts: the hieroglyphs of the priests, the Demotic of everyday Egypt, and the Greek of the ruling class. Scholars, most notably Jean-François Champollion, labored for years, comparing, cross-referencing, and slowly, painstakingly, breaking the code. The Rosetta Stone was more than a dictionary, it was a bridge that allowed the ancient Egyptians to speak again. We travel now to the east, to China, and to a discovery made not by archaeologists, but by farmers digging a well in 1974. What they stumbled upon was breathtaking in its scale and ambition. A subterranean army, vast and silent, standing guard for eternity. Archers, cavalry, the sheer number is staggering, an estimated 8,000 soldiers. Each warrior is startlingly individual. Distinct faces, hairstyles, and armor. They were once brightly painted, a lifelike host prepared for a battle that would never come. In 1922, after years of searching in Egypt's Valley of the Kings, the archaeologist Howard Carter peered through a small hole into a newly opened tomb and saw wonderful things. Among those wonders was the funerary mask of Tutankhamun, forged from over 10 kilograms of solid gold, inlaid with brilliant lapis lazuli and semi-precious stones. It is a masterpiece of the goldsmith's art, created over 3,000 years ago. Not simply a portrait, but a vessel to protect the pharaoh's soul and ensure his rebirth in the afterlife. This golden face became an eternal, unforgettable symbol of ancient Egypt. Our story now takes us to the desolate, arid cliffs overlooking the Dead Sea. Here, in 1947, a young Bedouin shepherd tossed a stone into a cave and heard shattering pottery. Inside were clay jars containing ancient scrolls, wrapped in linen. These fragile fragments contain some of the oldest surviving manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible, texts 1,000 years older than any previously known. They include commentaries, legal texts, and sectarian documents that illuminate life in the Second Temple period. The scrolls opened a window onto a pivotal moment in religious history. They provide a direct link to the scribes and scholars who lived 2 millennia ago. A hidden library that had lain undisturbed for nearly 2,000 years. We now journey deep into the past, further than any written record can take us. In 1940, in southwestern France, a group of teenagers and their dog discovered a cave. What they found was a prehistoric Sistine chapel. Hundreds of paintings covering walls and ceilings. Great bulls, galloping horses, herds of deer, rendered with astonishing skill and dynamism. They used natural pigments, ochre, manganese, charcoal, to create a vivid palette. These are not crude stick figures, they show a remarkable understanding of form and movement. Were they hunting magic, part of shamanistic ritual, or a way to touch the spirit world? We may never know, but here we witness the dawn of human creativity and symbolic thought. In 1900, sponge divers off Antikythera discovered an ancient shipwreck. Among statues and pottery, they hauled up a corroded lump of bronze that seemed unremarkable at first. But when cleaned, it fell apart to reveal interlocking gears and dials of unbelievable sophistication. This was the Antikythera mechanism, called the world's first analog computer. It could predict the positions of the sun and moon, likely tracked 5 planets, forecast eclipses, and even the Olympic cycle. Modern CT scans have revealed more than 30 bronze gears, technology far ahead of its time. Nothing like it would appear again for over 1,000 years. It stands as a staggering testament to ancient Greek science and leaves us wondering what else lies lost beneath the sea. We now turn to an object small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, yet monumental in importance. This is the Venus of Willendorf, carved 25 to 30,000 years ago. No face, exaggerated breasts and hips, clearly not a portrait but a symbol, often read as a fertility or mother goddess totem. This tiny statue connects us directly to the concerns and symbolic world of our distant ancestors. In the summer of 1939, Basil Brown began excavating mysterious mounds in Suffolk, England. He uncovered the ghostly impression of a 90-foot ship buried in the earth. Shattered into hundreds of fragments, the helmet was painstakingly reconstructed into a powerful icon of the Anglo-Saxon age. Covered in heroic scenes and animal motifs, with silver wire and garnet inlays, it was fit for a king. The find transformed our view of early English history, a well-traveled, sophisticated culture capable of breathtaking art. Sometimes an artifact raises more questions than it answers. Discovered in the 1930s near Baghdad, it looks like a simple terracotta pot about 5 inches tall. Inside sits a copper cylinder with an iron rod sealed with bitumen. Filled with an acidic liquid, vinegar or grape juice, a small but measurable current can be produced. Some suggest electroplating or ritual shocks. Mainstream archaeology remains skeptical. The truth remains elusive. Our final object is perhaps the most enigmatic of all. A disc of fired clay discovered in 1908 at Phaistos. Covered on both sides with a spiral of 241 stamped impressions made from 45 distinct signs. Plumed head, a ship, a bird, a running man, symbols unlike any other script. For over a century, scholars have argued, its purpose, a hymn, a legal text, a game, or a spell, remains unknown. And so, our countdown comes to an end. From a stone that gave voice to a civilization to a disc that remains silent, we have seen how these 10 discoveries open astounding windows into our collective past. The Earth still holds countless secrets, in deserts, under the seas, and hidden in plain sight. For every tomb opened and every script deciphered, there are 1,000 more waiting beneath our feet. Which of these ancient marvels surprised or intrigued you the most? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through time, subscribe for more countdowns. There is always more to discover.